I am just sitting here waiting for folks. Hopefully, people know to come online. Let me go on socials and be like, hey, come join me. My computer is exceptionally slow. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Oh, hey. Hi, Louise. Hi, Allison. Sorry, I was so busy trying to get, just let people know I was online. I didn't even realize someone was on here. I am doing all right. How are you all doing? Sorry, that was the most boring intro, just me sitting there typing la la la. It's been a while, hasn't it? I think the last time I went live was sometime maybe last year. I don't remember. I actually forgot how to do a live stream, trying to set it up on the back end. Like I was sitting here for a few minutes okay, I have my live studio with YouTube. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to use another program. What was the program I used again? Oh yeah, live or your StreamYard. Thank you, Louise. That I was actually just messaging them on Facebook to see if they were able to hop on. If not, that's okay. I mean, I did kind of schedule this randomly. I mean, no one was expecting me to, hop on YouTube of all places since I haven't uploaded since February and haven't done a live stream in I don't even know how long. I'm only going to be able to be on for a little while because I have to go to work soon. So I thought I'd hop on and say hello and kind of give folks an update on what's going on in my life, mostly my house. And I just realized a little hair sticking up there. Oh, nope. Okay, there we go. I love my short hair. No, except when I wake up in the morning, I have these little turkey tail things that like to stick out everywhere. So that's the not so fun part about having short hair. At least with long hair, you can kind of comb it down and it hides itself. Can't quite do that with short hair. I haven't worn makeup in so long. I have makeup sitting right here right now. So I'm going to try to do a little makeup. Since I'm out in the sun all day long, I've been doing Instacart full time as my job since I left my other job back in April. Long story short, didn't like the job, was being micromanaged to a T, and my previous leadership team were doing some shady things, so I just left and decided I would do Instacart full time. And if you're not familiar with what Instacart is, here in the States, it's a way that you can do grocery shopping through an app where kind of like Uber or DoorDash or Grubhub, where you can order something and have someone deliver it to you. That's basically what the Instacart is. I do grocery shopping for people. I go to the store, pick out all their food for them, and then deliver it to them. I've been able to support myself on it, although I just realized in the last month or two that it's not as sustainable as I was hoping it would be. It's not making as much money as I used to make. So I start a new job here pretty soon, full time back in marketing. Yay me. So I won't be out and about as much as I used to be or as I am right now. But yeah, with the hot summers and just me getting up and going grocery shopping all day, it's like makeup's the least and the last thing I think about. Plus, I don't really have the best space for it, unfortunately. I'm in my bedroom, which sadly you can see some of the not so fun, pretty things in the background. My poor bedroom is a disaster zone. Everything that was in my second bedroom, which is my studio, my office, my inspiration station, so to speak. That whole room is still not fixed. I have no floor, I have no walls, I have no ceiling. It's just bare bones construction in there, and it's been that way since, was it January, February? No, yeah, I think sometime around there when they finally came in and tore out all the water damaged walls and such. So still no progress on my house. I have a bunch of holes in my ceiling right there because they have to install new heat sensors. So that's been our HOA. That's been their focus, is just getting the fire alarm system upgraded, because otherwise our houses would get condemned. But yeah, my kitchen will hopefully be fixed soon. They're supposed to be starting construction on that in the next week or two. Cross your fingers for me. Yeah, I tried to schedule it for Saturday so that no one would miss it. And plus, I've had so much going on this last week, I figured Saturday would be the best day. Yeah, Saturdays seem to work the best. So I forgot how light this brow pencil is. This is the It Cosmetics one. And I used to love this thing, but now I'm realizing that I really have to like build it up in order for me to see my brows, which that's not a bad thing, because sometimes you can easily go haywire with a brow pencil. But I'm sitting here doing one brow for how long? Plus chatting, of course. But this might have, I'm wondering if this just is old and has dried out a bit, because here, I'll show you on my arm. Like, barely see it. Oh well. I think it might be old. I've had this. This was like a backup that I had for a while, and then I found it in my drawer because I finally ran out of my. I had an Urban Decay one I was using. I ran out of that, and then I had another one that I was using that I ran out of. And I figure instead of going out and buying a bunch of new brow pencils, just use up what's in my stash. Try not to be wasteful here. And then I saw this and was like, I love that pencil. Why don't I use that? And then now I'm like, ooh, it's taking a little work to get this brow up. There we go. Some semblance of a brow. It's amazing how different my face looks with the brow. I will say that with having really sparse brows like I do, I have good shape. It's just they're pretty light. I can say though that whenever I've been blonde, it's been nice to not have to bleach my brows because my eyebrows are so sparse. So I just use a light brown when I do have blonde hair. And I haven't had blonde hair in several years now. I haven't dyed my hair in 2.5, almost 3 years now, I think. Maybe less. It's been a while. I actually do have a box of hair dye. I've been thinking about dyeing my hair red, but I just haven't gotten around to it. By the time I get home, it's anywhere between 9 and 10 o'clock at night sometimes, and I'm just burnt out. I don't want to, dye my hair. I'll take a hot bath, but I don't want to, have to deal with hair dye and making sure to wear like a special hair thing so I don't stain my pillows. Because when you dye your hair red, a lot of times that dye can sometimes bleed. So my hair doesn't absorb all the color. Although my hair does turn red pretty easily because I have a lot of natural red in my hair. You can't really tell, but in the sunshine, my hair turns like a fiery red color because there's just so much red in it from my dad's side of the family. My dad was a redhead, and my grandma, his mom, is strawberry blonde, and then his sister's blonde. And they all have like blue or green eyes. My dad had hazel eyes, so it's like dark, dark, dark on my mom's side, and then everyone else is. Oh, okay. All right. I'll just kind of sit and chill. Oh no. I'm so glad we're. Oh, that was fast. I'm so glad that we finally kind of got past our rain for a while. Here in Washington State, we get our summers start in mid-July, and then it go until September, and then that's as much of a summer we get, sadly. So right now we're in the heat spell where it's like 80 degrees. I think that's like 22 degrees Celsius, somewhere around there. So it gets pretty warm here. And I'm actually pretty tan considering how light complected I am. So it's been nice. I've been bad about not wearing sunscreen. And I'm actually quite surprised that I haven't burnt yet, being out in the sun as much as I have been these past few weeks. Maybe I should put some sunscreen on though. I have one that's from a company called Shell. I got it at Ulta, I think, and it was an expensive sunscreen, but I have a really hard time with certain kinds of sunscreen. I can't wear like the liquid stuff on my face because my face it traps in heat, and then I get heat rash, and then I end up breaking out really badly. So I have to be really careful. And I found one that's like a physical. I think it's got zinc oxide in it. But whenever I put it on, I look whitewashed like a ghost because it has such a white cast to it. So it's like, oh, well, I guess I have to put on the bronzer with this one so I don't look so pale and pasty. I think that's probably going to be as good as my brows are going to get today with this pencil. I think, as I said, this pencil's on a dry spell. I think, anyway. Let's see. My poor brows. Yeah, it's like this one's not quite matching up with the other one. There we go. Well, I hope we caught your breath. And I'm assuming both Sam and Clara are busy, which is all good. I'll try to come back on a live soon. Not sure when. Life's just a little too unpredictable right now. Until the end of the month when I start my new job. Then it'll be predictable again. I'm going to put some powder in my brows to kind of give a little bit more oomph. I have this palette here that I got in an Ipsy bag from Formula. It's called So Pretty. Sorry, it's backwards. Such a fun little palette. Sorry for the reflection. It's got pressed glitters in here, and I've worn them. I'm just not the biggest fan of pressed glitters just because they fall all over my face and it irritates my skin. Thank you. I am so excited to have a new job. I work my butt off with Instacart doing all that shopping, and a lot of times the hardest part about it is it's inconsistent. So if I open up my phone, which I don't have with me, and I say I'm going to go live, then I see what orders are available, and a lot of orders are just not worth the time, the gas, and the effort it takes to go shopping for that person. For example, we have the big warehouse stores like Costco, where people can place an order through Instacart to do for their Costco order. The other day, I saw a 70 plus item order for Costco. And Costco's got all those giant bulk items. It's not like lightweight stuff. Um, like people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a single trip in Costco, and it's normal. Because of just you pay $14 for a cup, like 3 or 4 bags of cereal. Hi, Clara. No worries. I'm only on for a little while myself because I also have to go to work. Yeah, it's basically a personal shopper. Um, so the app assign like we see an order pop up that's available, and whoever wants it can just go snag it. And it's been hard to get good orders lately because there's so many shoppers out there. Summer months are really hard because a lot of students are out of school and they want a job, so they just do Instacart. So a lot of the sad thing about it is a lot of kids, I say kids lovingly, but a lot of like teenagers and 20-year-olds who are in college don't know how to shop. Like they don't know the difference between a shallot and a pearl onion, for example. And that's a pretty big difference if you're cooking. Or they don't know the difference between different vinegars, just little things, or different peppers or things like that, because sometimes the store is out of an item, so you have to substitute something else. And I've been a customer that has had a weird substitute come in. It's like, well, I forgot what it was, but when I had when my back was fractured and hurting pretty badly, I couldn't lift certain things. They subbed out weird. I had to order cat litter, and I felt bad for it because they're those boxes are not light. But the one I wanted, I guess, wasn't in stock, so he swapped it out for something. I was like, ooh, I wish you would have asked because I hate that brand. It's stuff like that where you just have to have exceptional customer service because when you are shopping for other people, they have their own particular tastes and budgets and all that stuff, and you just have to be cognizant of it. And sometimes it's easy to just message them and they say yes or no, but other times people are just non-responsive. And people are also rude. I've had people be so demanding. Oh, like 2 weeks ago, I had a Costco order where I was shopping for 2 separate people, and they were really small orders. I try not to do Costco orders just because they throw out my back, and a lot of times it's just not really worth it for me because it's a lot of effort, and people don't want to pay that much, just to be fair. Um, with inflation being what it is, people are really counting their pennies. But anyway, this lady ordered mostly produce, and then she wanted 2 boxes of the French macarons that Costco carries. I'm not the biggest fan of the macarons. I'm really picky when it comes to that, and I think they're just too sweet. They don't have much flavor to them. They just taste like sugar bombs, and I've had some really good macarons, and the Costco ones are meh. But anyway, she wanted those, and she was saying that that's why she placed her order was for those macarons, and they were out of stock. And she goes, "Are you sure?" I called the store, and they said they had 18 left. And I took a picture of where they're at, where they normally are, and I said, "They're out. I'm sorry. I'm looking." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "You can rest assured, I am looking. I'm at Costco a lot." They are always in this section. I'm gonna look one other place just to see if it's there. And she was like, "Well, can you just go ask someone at the front?" Now, if you know Costco, Costco is one of those stores that's almost always understaffed. They're always super busy. They have long, 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 long lines, and you can ask staff to help, but they're so in the middle of something that it's a big pain in the butt for them to have to stop what they're doing to help you. So I don't, and then being an Instacart shopper, I don't want to bug them because they remember who I am and they're like, oh, it's her again. I don't want to have to help her. And for the most part, I don't need help, but yeah, she was just like, can you go ask them to pull it out of the back? And I'm like, I can't do that. They're not able to do that. They whatever's out on the floor is what they're able to sell that day. They're so short-staffed right now, they can't just pull someone from a register to go get your macarons for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Like, why would I lie about it? And, my tip is based on the order amount too. So it's like, why would I want to refund an item knowing that my pay will go down if I don't have it? Like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, she just kept second guessing me, and I'm just like, you know what? It's not, she was just getting really petty. So I ended up contacting the support team and asking them to cancel, take me off the order. And I had the other person to shop for anyway. So at the end of it, they ended up giving me a bump, and I ended up only losing $5 by taking her off the order. So that kind of went to show you how little she was paying in the first place for me to shop for her. If they gave me a $10 bump, and I only lost $5 by canceling her order. And the other order was like 5 small items. So that was just like, yeah, you don't have the oops, sorry. You don't have the you don't have to be so picky and rude, cuz I don't have to take your order. Yeah, they are weird about memberships. I've had a membership since I was 17 years old. My mom put me on her account. I've always loved shopping at Costco, but I don't like shopping there anymore because people are so rude. Um, Especially with the gas. Like, I don't know what it is. I should make a video, like a parody or something, about how silly people are when it comes to Costco. I swear, like, people will line up in the Costco parking lot for this gas, and it's not the best quality gas, if I'm going to be honest, and it doesn't save you that much money, but people will sit in their cars idling for half an hour, 45 minutes waiting to get gas. And at that point, I'm thinking, with all the time you're wasting waiting to get Costco gas, you might as well have just gone to the Shell station down the road and paid the extra 50 cents per gallon, because you just wasted that much money in gas idling your car waiting. Plus, how much is your time worth to you? Is it really worth saving that? And it's probably less than 50 cents a gallon that they're saving, to be fair. But it's just, people are nuts about it. I had someone cut me off to get into line. I wasn't even waiting in line to get gas. I was just trying to get out of the parking lot, and there was this line, and people were just sitting in this line for gas, blocking the exit, and I'm sitting there stuck because people were in front and behind me. And this person got in front of me to cut me off just so they could get in line for gas. And I thought, wow. Are you that desperate to save money that you can be that rude? People are so weird. And then with their giant carts in the store, they're all like pushing their people are just obnoxious. They have no self-awareness, with these giant carts, and they're just rude. They'll like come down the middle of the aisle and you have no room to maneuver. And I actually don't use those shopping carts. I use those flatbeds because oftentimes I have so much in an order, I don't want to try to get it out of a cart, because it hurts my back. So it's easier if I have like the flatbed. It's just like this, I don't know. It's like a dolly, but a really long, large dolly. So I use those instead, and I put boxes on it and just put the stuff in the boxes, and it helps sort things out. I can easily lift those off the dolly and or off the flatbed and put it in my car versus having to lift something out of a cart and then try to get in my car. Anyway, people are just rude. They come down these aisles and block the aisles with their carts, or they leave their carts in the middle of the aisle and walk off to go grab something. It's like, you don't have to be so rude and self-centered. Other people are trying to shop too. And then with these big giant flatbeds, you have to have a lot of you have to take really wide turns because it doesn't have that same maneuverability as the shopping carts. So people will block me and I can't turn, and I'm like, excuse me, I was turning, and they're like, oh, you can still turn. I'm like, no, I can't. You blocked me. I have to take a really wide turn with this thing. And they look at me like, well, wait. It's like, you you're a jerk. People are just that way. So Costco is a beast of its own. I used to love shopping there. Now, not so much. Not so much. So I'm going to do my best to avoid taking any orders from Costco today because on the weekends it's the worst. This has been my favorite blush lately when I do wear makeup, which has been so rare. I've been wearing this Pixi one. It's called Peach Parfait. It's kind of like it's a shimmering blush. It's so pretty. I'm just going to apply a little bit here. Just not that I need much color to my face because once I'm out in the sun, my face turns a little lobster-esque. But just for the light shimmer, there's a little bit of shimmer there. You can see it. Hey. I'm on my laptop and it's not the best quality in terms of the camera. And I let like the pro stuff on. Did I ever have pro on StreamYard? I don't remember. But I don't have pro or I don't have the buy-ups for StreamYard anymore. I know I had some sort of plan. So it's like less quality than it was before. So sorry if it's kind of grainy and not the best quality. Yeah, I've been so depressed lately, to be honest. This is the first time I've worn makeup since I went to Montana in June. I went to go see my niece graduate from high school and I wore makeup then. Actually, this is the bag I packed for it. I haven't unpacked it. Yeah, I miss makeup. I did place an order several months ago when Makeup Geek announced that it was closing its doors, which broke my heart because I love Makeup Geek. I love Marlene. I've met her a handful of times. She's been an amazing, amazing inspiration for me. So when they announced that they were closing the doors, I placed an order, a pretty sizable order. So I have bought makeup recently, but I haven't worn it. So I bought like everything in stock. I bought like one of, and so I have some dupes. Actually, the only things I put away are like the individual pans, but I have a ton of blushes and highlighters and things that I still need to put into a Z pan or a Z palette. Then I've got some pigments here, and then I bought some of her brushes that actually I should have used these. Oh well, I can use this one today. And then some liners. Actually, I will use a liner today. Let's see what color do I want to use. I'll use the gray one. I'll go a little bit more basic today. Yeah, I've purchased makeup, and just haven't worn a lot of it. This is like my go-to travel palette, though. It's this Tarte Dream Big. It fits in my little bag, and it smells like, I don't know, it's like cookies or something. I know. When she announced it, I was like, oh, no, that's not okay. You're not allowed to close. I am so not even wearing an eyeshadow primer. I just wanted to try this brush out. It's actually really soft. It is such a cute palette. I think this was my favorite Ipsy bag, my Ipsy Glam bag. Oh, you can see the holes in my ceiling for the fire or the heat sensors. But yeah, this is an Ipsy bag, a Glam Bag Plus or whatever the heck they call them. Item. There we go. And it's been one of my favorites. It's perfect for traveling, and I use this. It's old at this point, but it's still, I love it. It's such a great little palette. And it's pretty versatile too. If you want like a more glam look, you can use the darker shade that's in there for it. Or if you want a really subtle light look, there's a bunch of little light shades in there as well. So I really like it. Obviously. Let's see, do I have another brush? This will do. Like, I need to clean my brushes, and I have brushes everywhere. I have brushes in front of me. I have like this little shelf thing that sits on my desk, and I have 2 things of brushes there. Then I have brushes back here on that Alex system. I have a ton of brushes back there. And then some in this drawer. Actually, I'm starting to feel like myself again, putting on makeup. Man, look at this. I haven't worn makeup in so long, and I haven't, done YouTube in so long. I am actually working on editing a video. It's a decluttering video, and it's super long. It is the longest one I've ever filmed, and it's going to take me a while to get it edited, but I'll get that up. I'm hoping in the next week or so I'll be able to get that up. So I'll at least have a video coming soon. And then I started filming the Color Story Challenge video. I have a palette sitting on, when was it? I'm trying to remember which palette it was. Oh dear. Oh, it was the Divinity palette from Shroud Cosmetics that people that was voted on in the last Color Story Challenge video. So this is the palette that I started. I actually do have 1 or 2 looks filmed with that. I just haven't worn makeup or filmed in a while, so I have to double check my footage to see what I've filmed, and then kind of start over with part of it. Thankfully, my hair hasn't changed. It's like it's still short, so it won't look like I've taken a couple months off from doing that. Hopefully. But yeah, the declutter video, and it's not makeup, not makeup per se. So it'll be a little change up on my channel on the decluttering series, but it's still beauty related nonetheless. And I think it's kind of fun because I actually play with the products and show you what I'm keeping and, kind of going into why I'm not keeping something. So we'll leave it there. But it was definitely something I was excited to go through and get rid of some stuff because this girl is a pack rat. I am a pack rat. This is an interesting combo. So I smoked out my lash line with brown, and now I'm using like a graphite gray color over the top. I'm kind of like, that was a weird combo. I don't think I thought that through. I should have done blue instead of gray with the brown, but oh well. It'll still look pretty. I have to laugh at myself because sometimes I don't even pay attention to what I'm grabbing, and I obviously wasn't paying attention to the colors today. But I'm wearing this navy blue top, so I didn't want to do blue, although I do have one for blue pencils that looks stunning. But I didn't want to be too matchy with blue and blue because that looks a little goofy to me. I'm a little out of practice here. I forgot how to apply liner. Just kidding. I'm just taking it super slow because I'm using my left hand, not my right hand. This pencil is so creamy and soft. I like it. I remember years ago, Makeup Geek was at an expo, like a makeup expo that I went to, and they had their liners there, and I was watching them, and I wasn't the biggest fan of them then, but they reformulated, and I like this new formula because it reminds me of Urban Decay with how soft they are, but it's not as creamy. And I've been told, or at least I've heard, that these ones will actually stay and lock in after they dry down. So I'm hoping that's the case. So that'll be today's test, and yeah, it'll be today's test on that. Yeah, I used to tightline all the time. I remember when I was 19, I would do the inner rim on the bottom and the upper, and then outside, and then the mascara was like really thick. And it made my eyes look pretty small. So I noticed that after a while, but it was just the style back then, back in the early 2000s. So that was just a thing. But now I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I don't tightline as much. It doesn't usually stick to my to the lid inside. So if I want to, I have to like set it with a powder, and I'm just lazy. Ooh, Haus Labs. I have not tried their makeup. I wonder, was that a Prime thing, or is it because they're going to Sephora and not doing the Amazon thing anymore? I have to look into that. I should probably catch up. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube either. I've watched a couple videos here and there when I have time, but when I get home so late, the last thing I do is I turn on the TV, but I usually just turn on Star Trek and eat dinner and then fall asleep and go to bed. And then I wake up and do it all over again. Get up, get dressed, make some coffee, and then I go off and do Instacart. But I wanted to try that blue palette that she came out with. It looked really pretty. So I might have to look into it. Hopefully the sale will last. If not, then I have to wait to order any new makeup until I start my new job, because there's going to be a lapse of income for a little while, because I won't be out doing Instacart every day, so I won't have the constant income coming in. I have to wait 2 weeks. So once that weird lip, or not lip, that overlapping is done and I don't have to worry about that, then I'll be in a better spot financially to pay for new makeups. Oh, I love Leisha. She's been posting videos on YouTube, because I looked through my subscription feed and I haven't seen anything from her lately. Or at least I'm wondering if I had one of those stupid issues like where it unsubscribed me or something. But I love Leisha. I remember I saw her at I think it was IMATS a few years ago, and she was just kind of hanging out by herself outside the tent in Pasadena, and I was just like, I know who that is, but I'm too nervous. I don't know why. I just got like clammy feet or something. I was just like, I can't go say hi to her. Who am I to go like up to this random YouTube person and just like start talking to them when they're on their own, just hanging out by themselves? I'm like, I don't know. I felt a little awkward about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, totally. I was just like, I can't. And at the time, I don't think I was really watching a lot of her videos. Like I watched her on occasion, so I wasn't like, I don't know. It was a weird thing where I was like, I'm not, I felt kind of weird. I was like, I'm like, I don't like watch every single video. I know who she is though. I'm so excited to see her. But I'm also kind of like, I don't want to bother her. She looks like she's like in her own thing, but it's Leisha. But so I was like, I'm sure she would have been fine with it, because hello, you're at a makeup event. But still, I was just like, I don't want to bother her. She wasn't around anyone else. So I will say the weirdest fangirl moment I had was with Karis, Charisma Star. I don't know what it was. It was at Gen Beauty so many years ago. I think it was like 10 years ago at this point. Holy smokes. 9 or 10 years ago. And I was standing with some gal. Like I met all these girls. I say girls because we were all girls basically. We were all kind of we met on Facebook. I think this is the first Gen Beauty or the second Gen Beauty that Ipsy was doing. And back then it was such a big thing. It was so cool if you got to go. And I met all these other gals on Facebook in a Facebook, like Gen Beauty was trying to help people find people to room with to make it more affordable. And I found this group of girls, and we all met via this whole group thing where we're all like, hey, let's make it a thing where we're a group. So I shared a hotel with one of them, and we all just hung out throughout the event together, and it was so cool. And I still keep in touch with all of them, and it's awesome that I'm able to do that. But anyway, I was standing with them at Etsy, or excuse me, back then it was Gen Beauty. But I was standing there, and all of a sudden I see Karis walk by, and I just all of a sudden was like, Karis! And I'm not that weird fangirl, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like someone you love watching, and they just walk by you, and she's like, hi. And I was like, like the energy she has is she's just so infectious with her energy, and I just matched that. I was like, hi. And it's not me at all. I'm not like that. I'm not excitable. I'm not like super hyper all the time. So I was just like, wow, I'm not acting myself, but I'm just so excited. And everyone's like, wow, I didn't realize you were such a fan. I'm like, I guess I didn't realize I was such a fan either, because I'm not normally like that. And then I met Candy Johnson and some other folks, and I was just like, hi, like, okay, but not like squealing and not super high energy or anything weird. It was just the weirdest thing. I was like, I don't know, I'm acting this way. This is not me, but hey, whatever. I was just excited to see, like, I think it was just this element of surprise of seeing someone just walk by you and you're like, what? Oh, hi. Yeah, those were the good old days of YouTube. Like, I met Promise. I've met Judy from It's Judy Time. Candy. So many of them. Marlena, of course, but I didn't meet Marlena there. The first time I met Marlena, I actually was at. I won like a giveaway from her channel to go to San Francisco. I had to pay for my trip there, but she was at an event called IFABO, which was the International Fashion and Beauty Bloggers Association or organization. They had an event. And so I joined the organization as a beauty blogger. And then I got to, I won a ticket through her to go to the event. And she was a speaker there. And I got to meet her there. And then I ended up running into one of my friends that I had gone to Gen Beauty with. She was there, which we didn't know we were going to be there. So it was like, yay, so awesome. And then another girl, that the one that I shared the hotel with, lives in the San Francisco area. So we met up and had dinner after the event. So it was kind of a little reunion of my makeup buddies. And then I met Marlena, and it was so great to chat with her for a little while. And the friend that was there at the event was able to exchange contact information with her, because they were my friend owns a nail art business. Like, she does, they customize, or they have like capsules that they release where she is an amazingly talented nail artist. She does beautiful artwork on her nails, and like, she grew a pretty good following and won a contest through or was like a top, I don't know if she won it or she was like top 10 in the country for like the best nail artist or something like that, with Sally Hansen or one of those big companies. But anyway, she made her own in the beauty space with her nail art. So she ended up building a little business for herself. Anyway, she was able to exchange contact information with Marlene. I was so jealous. I was like, man, I wish I had a business now that I can, text or call Marlene whenever I want. It's all good. But yeah, that was when I met Marlene the first time. And then the second time was at the other event where Makeup Geek was at Fame Expo in Los Angeles, and I met Marlena again, and she was like, I think I remember you. And I'm like, yay, I was the one at IFABO like a year ago, the one who won your contest. She's like, I think I remember you. She's like, I meet so many people, it's hard to keep track. I'm like, I don't know how you keep track of anyone. It's like, I don't think I'm that memorable looking, so if you remember me, that's amazing. If not, no harm, no foul, because it would just surprise me if you did remember. I'm going to put on some mascara. Put my mirror up. Wow, it's so... Because I haven't worn makeup in so long, I'm looking at my face like, wow. I actually have brows again. I think I'm going to keep it light. I don't want to go too dark because I don't want to sweat this off and have it run down my face, Yeah. The one person who actually remembered me was Promise Fawn. It was from a year later. She's like, hey, I remember you. You were the one who wore, like, you had your hair this way. And I'm like, ha, yeah. Like, I didn't do anything super special with my hair. I've gone back and forth from having short hair, but I've had blonde in it before with the short. So, and red and blonde and kind of spiky in different areas. So, I don't know. Maybe that's what she remembered, but that was really cool. I was like, you remembered me? That's so awesome. Like, oh my gosh. You'd think fangirl moment right there. Nope, no squealing or anything. I mean, I was obviously really excited, but I don't know. It was just strange. Like, with the whole Karis thing. I still laugh at it because it was like, that was not characteristic of me at all. I'm not that excitable, but apparently her energy is just that infectious and the surprise. Anyway, this mascara, I haven't made up my mind on it yet. It's the Ico Black Magic one. Kind of like it, but there's something I didn't like about it, and I can't remember what it is. As I said, it's been a while. I feel like a teenager kind of playing with makeup for the first time, and yeah, totally the surprise. Which I don't know why I would have been so surprised, because hello, you're at a makeup event with all these YouTubers. Especially since it was back when Michelle Phan was still running it. Like, no one could meet her. It was so hard to even try to get close to her because she had security everywhere, which makes sense because, she was like mega huge on YouTube. But like, she walked by me and I was like, wow, I didn't realize she was that short. Like, I'm only 5'1". I'm not even average height. I'm super short, but she was shorter than me. And I was just like, whoa, I didn't realize she was so short. Because, you see someone on YouTube who's larger than life, you assume they're taller than you. And she was very tiny. And it was so surprising. But yeah, it was like, she was the one I wanted to meet, but never got a chance to. I was really sad, but, you got to have security because I'm not that special where I'm the one who gets to meet her, But other people were, like, I guess there was like a contest or something where, or different ways you could get in line to meet her. And I was just like, nah, I want to actually wander around the show and see what's here versus just sitting here in a line waiting. Because sometimes, you don't want to go to an event just to wait, stand in line and wait. And it was Los Angeles. It was hot. We're on a tent on a rooftop, and they had fans and AC going, but it was pretty warm. Put some concealer on this little spot. Let's see. I don't have the right brush for this. Let's see. Another Makeup Geek brush. Maybe I'll try this one. It's not quite the right brush for it. It's like a round dome brush, but no body. But actually, I'll just use my finger. Oh, this texture is terrible. And I forgot this concealer is too light. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, it took a second there. I thought, oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Is it? No. Yep. Nope. I think the mistake I just made was that I just put on this concealer, and it looks like I have a white spot on my face. So I think I'm gonna take this off, or at least try to blend it off, because I forgot to pull out, or not. Rather, I haven't since our summer. Oh my gosh, I have makeup everywhere. I have mascara that is down here after I sneezed. Yay me! Newbie! I'm a newbie again, apparently. Oh well, that's just gonna be as good as that's gonna get. I'm not gonna fret and play around with that too much. Oh, the crinkle from, was it this crinkle? Or the crinkle of the tissue? Probably the little wrapper. Or this one. Probably this one. Yeah, I got their pressed pigments. This one's Firefly. I'm not going to try putting this on. I know if I do, I'm going to end up a glittery, sparkling mess. And they're going to ask, people are probably going to stop and ask, are you trying to be like, Twilight or something? Because you're all sparkly in the sun. I need to, what do you call it? Foil that. Apply it with some Fix Plus, which is somewhere. I'm not sure where. Lip wise. Let's see, do I have any lippies? I have this. I've never used this. I think this is a liquid lipstick. My lips are too dry for that. And then I have my Maybelline one. This is the one I travel with. It's the one called Lover. Such a pretty pink. But again, my lips are pretty dry. I don't want to look like I have a cracked butthole in my face. Let's see. How about this? This is from the Tarte Sugar. Ooh, a little too much. There we go. I really like this formula. Actually, it feels nice on my lips. My lips are so dry. Tarte, their teen one or the young one is Sugar. The gloss is thick, but not like gloppy, sticky, gross kind of thick. And the smell and the taste of it is like candy. It's so good. So that's my makeup today. Super basic. Super newbie. It's so mascara right here. Oh well. Eventually I will come back and play with this palette in a video. I have to double check my footage to see what looks. Whenever I do a video or I plan out the color story challenge videos, I'll sit here and I'll swatch things and I'll come up with a look and plan out the videos I'm going to do for it. So I already have it planned out. I just have to look and see what I've actually already filmed. So I have like 5 looks with this palette planned out, where it's like the green and this Freya color, which is like a reddish brown with, like, I don't know. I just have to go through it, and I'm excited to dig this out. I'm kind of like, oh, I should have worn that purple today, because this purple is so pretty. Like, that was just barely. Oh, so pretty. I love high shine metallic purples if they're good. This one is actually a good one, so. More crinkles. Yeah, these glosses are really nice. I also like, let's see, Tarte also has, do I have it in here? No, I was a good girl and put it away. Darn. They have these long, I think they're Tarte, or maybe they're Too Faced. I don't remember. It's one of those two. But they have like this long lipstick pen kind of thing where you pop, it's like it's retractable sort of. You just click the end of it and it comes out, and that's so buttery on the lips. That's so buttery. Yeah, this purple's so pretty. Ugh. I am eager to get back into filming. I will eventually. My spare bedroom, my office is not going to be fixed for several more months, unfortunately. My bedroom is the only place I can like function, but it's not functional in here at the moment. I barely have any walking space because I have so many boxes and random things in here, along with just me trying to live and not having space for things. And yeah. Actually, what happened to the other one? I had another. Here it is. Another purchase I made in the last several months was this. It's the Hella palette from Odin's Eye and Angelica. I bought it and I've played with it, and it's gorgeous. Oh, I still have this little plastic insert on there to protect it. Actually, I'm going to pop some of the sparkle on my eye. This palette is so pretty. I love the color story. I love how grungy it is, but also the bright tones in here. I'm going to pop a little bit of this on the lid just for fun. because it's got a little, you can see it. Yeah. It's like my camera may not be that great, but this eyeshadow, whew, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. Ugh. Yeah, this like whenever I see some of my favorite YouTubers do a collab or something, I try to just support it. Unless I can't afford it or whatever. But at the time, I was able to afford this. So I was like, heck yeah. And I hadn't tried Odin's Eye yet. So I ordered the Hella palette. Obviously, this is really pretty. And my lighting is doing no justice to it at all. And then I also got this palette, which is the Cat's Breath palette, which is really cute as well. Ow. Ooh. I don't recommend getting your finger smashed here. What I love about this is it's got the orange, and then it's got like turquoisey robin's egg blue, some dark greens, browns, and it's like a really grungy kind of thing. I love that. So that's as far as new makeup goes and what I've purchased, because I haven't really been buying makeup because I haven't been wearing it. I can't justify it, but eventually I'll get back to the whole YouTube thing. But yeah, I'll have that. I'm losing words. I need coffee. I haven't had coffee yet. I will eventually get my declutter video up. I'm about a quarter of the way done with it in terms of editing. And then I actually had filmed several other videos, but I just feel weird about uploading them now because they were timely and they're just not going to work out. So I have to film more. Under my desk here, I have my big tub, the random makeup, the second chance makeup. So I'll probably do one of those pretty soon too, if I can figure out another way to film in here, because I don't have the best lighting and the best setup for it, but I will try to make it work because I miss being on YouTube a lot. But once my kitchen is done in the next few weeks, I will be filming in my kitchen. Not makeup, but I'm going to start doing cooking and stuff again. My other channel, Lisa's Pieces, is the one where I do like all my arts and crafts and cooking and baking and all the more home-centric things. And that's where I really feel inspiration to make videos. And because I haven't been able to cook because I haven't had a kitchen, I've been like, I want to cook and I want to do all these things. So I will definitely be uploading cooking content on my other channel once my kitchen's done in the next few weeks. So it's like, ooh, what do I want to make? What do I want to make? Do I want to do I have a lot of like summertime recipes and healthy things that I want to start making for myself. One of my favorite drinks in the whole wide world is to take watermelon and throw it in a blender and then mix in coconut water and then strain it so you get all the pulp out. And it's the most refreshing drink ever. So I wanted to do, I already have a video on it, but it's kind of stuck. It's like mixed in with a bunch of other recipes, but anyway, I want to do that. And then I have like chia seed pudding that I want to do. And make, because I've been wanting to make it, but I just don't have the space for it right now in my kitchen. And like, there's just so many things I want to make. And I have so many ideas for my other channel. I'm so excited about it. Like, I cannot wait. It's been such a drag to not have a kitchen, but it's like, I'll have a brand new remodeled kitchen. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be so much nicer than my old kitchen because they have to replace all my cabinets and my cupboards. They're opening up the space. It's getting a complete remodel and I don't have to pay for it, which is the nice thing. So it's been just a game of, okay, I will be patient because I'm getting a brand new kitchen. I'll have beautiful countertops. Everything will be brand new and pretty, and I will feel like a fancy YouTuber with my kitchen versus my other kitchen that I tried filming in before, and it was just like, that looked like a little dingy. But anyway, so excited. But it's 10 a.m. my time, and I gotta get to work, but I wanted to come on and hang out and say hello and say, hey, I'm still alive and I'm still here. I'm just kind of, in a funk. My funk will eventually end and things will get better. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm going to head out and go shop. Yay. I look so excited. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.